Go. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on this beautiful Friday, July 9th. Hope you are having a beautiful Friday, as am I, and as I hope our good friend Brian Turner is.
I was hoping you're going to stick with the beautiful adjective as you introduced me.
Oh, no. Well, yeah, that would have been nice, but yeah.
But not accurate.
Nice, but not accurate.
You didn't have to agree.
Huh?
You didn't have to agree.
No, not that quickly anyway. Brian's here. This is our weekly Take the Points edition of the show. We're going to talk about all kinds of fun things. Hopefully you'll get a kick out of today, as well as make some big bucks, because we're going to predict, what are we going to do today?
Euro Championship.
Pretty much everything you can wager on. Euro Championship.
We got the NBA Finals going on.
Tonight, as a matter of fact, is also the Copa America Cup, and so we'll probably mention that in passing a time or two. We're going to talk home run derby, all-star game coming up in baseball, a lot of fun stuff. And like you said, the NBA, NHL is over. Hope you all took the Tampa Bay Lightning early and often. Did you take Tampa Bay?
No. After I said the Canadians had no chance, I wound up never betting it. So
is that right?
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing.
And actually, I was looking after Game 1. You could have had over plus 200 on to win in 4 and win in 5.
Really?
Yeah. So you could have taken both of those and still come out ahead, and I didn't do it. I seriously considered it, looked at it, and then wound up never circling back around to it.
I'm surprised by that, because you're usually pretty good at paying attention to that kind of stuff.
You look for those, you can bet series prices, you can bet games.
Yeah.
Stuff like that tends to be where you can find the values. And, I looked at it and just never pulled the trigger.
Well, you're looking at value. You're doing as the crew goes, and you'll see over the course of our numbers over the past few years, Brian pays occasionally a little bit more attention than some of us.
The offbeat markets.
To the obscure sports. Yeah. Let's put it that way. I guess that's not. What is it on Dodgeball? Obscure Sports Quarterly. You're a subscriber. He's a subscriber to Obscure Sports Quarterly. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, in today's community events? There are a few things going on with this weekend's events. This weekend, a huge amount of events, actually, on this morning. Down in Fairfield from 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock. The Fairfield Public Library Summer Reading Program is not going to do a whole lot of reading. They're going to be at Skateland Roller Sport today. And by golly, they're going to do a little bit of reading. Reading colors your world. The admission is free, and skate rental will be provided by Skateland Roller Sport. So take the kids and enjoy some free skating. Also today, the Wayne County Fair gets underway tonight. I know that some of the vendors are starting to filter in and starting to open up. I know that you probably can get a corn dog, I suspect, and actually one of the vendors, our good friend Jenny, who will fry just about anything, is going to be set up.
What fairs were invented for, is to come up with ways to fry different foods.
She'll be there, and she's going to be cooking what's your favorite fried novelty item, or do you have one?
Honestly, like all the fried Snickers, Oreo, I don't do any of that stuff.
I don't either.
Yeah, I'm more corn dogs and mushrooms.
Corn dogs and breaded tenderloin. I'll get the Texas tenderloin wherever you. Now, however, my what do they call not the elephant ear, but the
funnel cake?
The funnel cakes. Yeah, that's what my wife gets. So if she gets them, I will have some of those. It's something you can't help. But that's the Wayne County Fair starting up tonight, and actually tomorrow night their big show is the Lucas Oil Tractor Pull. Tonight is the Junior Horse Show in the Horse Arena, and then tomorrow night is the Lucas Oil Tractor Pull at 6:30. That's a $20 entry, so keep that in mind. Also tonight up in Effingham, live music. Lou DeBello will be at Pinky's tonight. That's at 5 o'clock. Also, Super Bad. That's a great name for a band. What do you think Super Bad plays?
Got to be 80s music.
It would have to be 80s to 90s. Well, now the movie came out in early 2000s.
Actually, I guess it would have been, because that was young Jonah Hill.
Yeah. I don't know what that would be.
Although I hear super bad. I think old BMX days.
Yeah, you would think. Go to the Orchard Inn tonight and find out what they play. Also at Tuscan Hills Winery tonight, Jed Adams will be playing. Pardon me, Jed Adam. And the Relay for Life in Effingham County is set for tonight. That's going to be in Teutopolis at the Teutopolis Junior High School. Few things set going tomorrow in Effingham. As a matter of fact, at the courthouse, they're going to have their first farmers. Well, probably not their first. I think they've been doing it a few times. The Effingham Farmers Market will get geared up tomorrow from 8 a.m. till 12 p.m. Also, over in I believe down here in Flora, as a matter of fact, the Hoosier Prairie Baptist Church, they're going to have a food distribution tomorrow starting at 9 a.m. Take that back. It's in Louisville. Items included are meat and dairy, along with other grocery and personal care items. Items have been donated by the Illinois State Baptist Association, and they are free to everyone. So that starts at 9 a.m. Again, the Hoosier Prairie Baptist Church there in Louisville. Also, here in Flora, it's a big yard sale day tomorrow. A yard sale, but I normally wouldn't mention a yard sale because people have them all the time, and you'd have to be naming all of them. But the proceeds to this one go to the For a Good Cause Rescue and Adoption Center. So that's nice.
And that's near and dear to our hearts.
Exactly right. That's 601 North Mill Street here in Flora, and that'll start. It doesn't say, but I'm guessing at a yard sale. What's a typical start time?
Sunrise.
5 a.m.
Yeah, sunrise.
Yeah. People will start showing up early and start staying late. I had the folks on the show last week. Also reran it this week, ladies and gentlemen. The Hoosier Hofbrau Fest gets underway today. You can see the schedule there. It's going to go all weekend long. Tonight you've got music from Lester Wolf, as well as the food stands will open up at 5 o'clock. This in Hoyleton. It says their 53rd annual. And on Saturday, a full-day bags tournament. The Buku, I say that wrong. It's Bokup. They told me how to say it right.
Yeah, I'm out on that one.
Yeah, it's the Bokup. I think it's a Bokup.
I married a German. I ain't one.
It's not German. Well, it might be. I don't know.
Well, she's German and Swiss, so.
Well, now that might count.
Yeah.
The Bokup Bottom Band will be playing at 7:30 on Saturday night. Also, they're going to have a big old Flippy Cup contest. I'm certain that might involve some kind of probably have to drink something
beverage
out of the
consumption.
Cup. Yeah. Also, sand volleyball tournament. They've got all kinds of stuff going on Saturday. And then on Sunday, the great big gigantic fried chicken meal at 11 o'clock. You might want to check that out, folks. That will almost certainly be a winning combination. What else is going on today? This is National Sugar Cookie Day. Well, I'm going to hit the right button. How about that? National Sugar Cookie Day, observed each year on July 9th. The National Sugar Cookie Day honors the ever-popular and delicious sugar cookie. That's kind of an uncoated. That looks more like a snickerdoodle, doesn't it?
It does look like a snickerdoodle, which is probably one of my go-to cookies. So.
Well, now, would snickerdoodle count as a sugar cookie?
Is that a circle or square or rectangle thing there?
Probably, yeah.
Snickerdoodles probably are a sugar cookie.
But sugar cookies are not automatically snickerdoodles.
Correct.
Okay. I see where you're going there. I see. Now, there's probably the more common style of sugar cookie that people see, at least that they buy. Those are the frosted ones.
The icing or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. Sugar cookies believed to have originated in the mid-1700s in, I'll guess a state.
Pennsylvania.
I'll be doggone. Ladies and gentlemen, Brian Turner.
It's a Protestant delicacy.
Well, you're absolutely right. How did you know this? It's a Protestant delicacy. I had no idea.
It's one of the few things they're allowed to have. If you can't dance, you got to have sugar.
Well, just make you want to dance more, won't it? Well, we'll get off of that immediately. This was open. It started in the mid 1700s in Nazareth, Pennsylvania. German Protestant settlers. They created a round, crumbly, and buttery cookie that came to be known as the Nazareth cookie. Did you know that?
That I didn't know.
See, I did not know that either. I had no idea. So how about that? Enjoy your sugar cookie today. Also, this is National Collector Car Appreciation Day. Each year in July, they folks celebrate Collector Car Appreciation Day. They don't really have a day set aside for it. They've been doing it for 50 or 60 years, but they picked just kind of I think they picked the Saturday as far away from 4th of July.
You think they just go with Richard Pond's birthday?
That would probably be the one. Yeah, Richard Pond wins every year. But Americans have always had a fascination with automobiles since the first U.S. horseless carriage was demonstrated in 1893 by the Duryea Motor Wagon Company. And I don't know where that was. The romance of the motor took folks from the rough country roads to the iconic highways and byways. You checking out where the Duryea...
I'm going to try to see where that was located.
Duryea. Duryea. The appeal of the automobile influenced the American sense of adventure. Nostalgia, perseverance, and exploration are the topics of the day. Surprisingly, the automobile and the horse shared the road for a time, causing much confusion. Stop signs and signal lights were non-existent. Rules of the road were not yet established, and motor companies began to tailor the designs to the public, demanding a particular style. Since 2009, the SEMA Action Network has sponsored the Collector Car Appreciation Day, and each year the U.S. Senate passes a resolution helping to launch the day. So there you go. So
Springfield,
did you come
Massachusetts.
Up with Springfield?
First one was a 1-cylinder, 4-horsepower car.
That's not bad for your first effort, I suspect. Wonder what it cost back in 1896.
The second one ever built won the Chicago Times Herald race in Chicago. Kind of put them on the map. Went 54 miles, average of 7.5 miles an hour. Hold on to your seats, baby.
Oh, wow. Oh, you're not keeping up with the horses doing that. I wonder what kind of I guess they had gasoline back then, but you just couldn't go no neighbor station right there. Who knows?
It's not this weekend, but I did want to mention some more live music next week.
Please do.
Thursday night at the Elks in Fairfield.
I heard about this. I just saw this. Was it Dylan Wolf?
It's Dylan Wolf and Mid Nation. Wolf and Nation playing an outdoor show at the Elks. They're in the back parking lot. Weather permitting, if we have to move it inside, we can. The Y Fairfield is putting this on.
Okay.
We're starting a sunset series. Basically, we stole the idea from Carbondale.
Right. I'm glad you waited until July.
Every third Thursday, we got at least 3 lined up right now.
Next week's the third Thursday?
Yep.
I guess it's 15th, isn't it?
Yeah. So yeah, for
time flies.
Summer and fall, at least we're going to try to do.
Who's going to be in August?
I have that on a flyer somewhere.
He'll take a look and he'll be able to tell us in a second. Like I was saying, we do have some soccer tonight. We'll talk about more in a second. The Copa America third place game is on television tonight. That's it's on channel FS2, channel 219 at 7 o'clock. Peru takes on Colombia. Major League Baseball today. The Cardinals are in Chicago. Wade LeBlanc versus Kyle Hendricks. That's on Marquee Network, 597, or Bally Sports Midwest, channel 630. That's at 120. Tonight, the White Sox are at the Orioles. Dallas Keuchel versus Jorge Lopez. NBC Sports Chicago, channel 643 at 605. And at 610, New York Yankees are in Houston taking on the Astros. Get the trash cans ready. The Yankees haven't figured out who their pitcher is going to be. Boy, that was almost ugly and loud.
And I'm a sympathetic guy there, so.
Well, you're also empathetic because you're close. That would have been pretty unpleasant. To be announced for the Yankees against Jake Odorizzi for the Astros. Major League Baseball Network, channel 599. That's Brian. I'm Bruce, back right after this. Do stick around.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Le Mans always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Does your home show signs of foundation problems? Call the experts at Woods Basement Systems. Our Power Brace system can fix the problem permanently and help protect the value of your home. Call Woods Basement Systems today. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Mold, rank air, pests, all getting closer to inside your home. With a dirt crawl space, there's no telling what's below you.
A sealed crawl space locks the nasty stuff out, plus can lower your utility bills. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
It is all things new at Zimdar's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Appliance Repair. We have a new line of heating and cooling equipment and new technicians. Our new equipment line offers 24 months free financing and excellent warranty coverage. Our experienced service technicians can provide you with quality service and repairs on all brands of HVAC equipment. Zimdar's has been serving Clay County and the surrounding areas for over 23 years. The employees of Zimdar's are here to help, so call local and call Zimdar's.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Brian Turner is here. Appreciate you tuning in today. We are going to talk soccer. We are going to talk baseball, all kinds of different stuff. All right.
Soccer's been fun.
Soccer's been a lot of fun. You and I, we talked last week. It was the quarterfinals took place over the weekend, actually finished up over the weekend. And then the semifinals in the Euros were Tuesday and Wednesday, with the finals taking place this Sunday on ABC, I believe, right at
2 o'clock. 2 o'clock in the afternoon our time.
2 o'clock afternoon our time, and it's, by the way, I think it's 9 o'clock. Is it 9 o'clock? It's
time.
It's late enough that the pubs are closing at the end of it. They've filed an extension to keep the pubs open a half an hour in England, because the pubs close at 11 o'clock. It's a hard and fast rule throughout the country. Why they do that,
the whole country of Fairfield.
That's exactly right. No, I do tell you, I do know why it is, because they drink much heavier beer. It's
there
much,
is that,
and they all get done and go home. But yeah, the soccer will start, I think, at 8 o'clock, and it gets whenever they have extra time, like they had in both semifinal games. That tends to close the pubs.
Yeah.
Problems to have. And
with the way these defenses are playing, extra time is a likelihood.
It's Italy versus England. How come? Now, I mentioned that on Friday night, the Copa America is having a third-place game, Peru versus Colombia. These games will take place in Brazil. And then on Saturday, it's Argentina versus Brazil, which will be a pretty good game, too. That's at 7 o'clock on Fox Sports 1. We haven't paid much attention to Copa America. You and I haven't, but there's
because we weren't in it.
Because the United States it's a South American.
Yeah,
it's a South American contest.
Brazil is the favorite in that, by the way. Plus
and we know more people. We pay more attention to European soccer anyway. Brazil. So is Brazil. This has got Messi in it. Messi still he played the other night and won. Does Argentina have a good shot? Do we have are we gonna have a pick on this?
I'm looking at with the three-way. It's Brazil plus 120, draw plus 220, Argentina plus 275. Now that means just
that's
the
full
first
time.
90. Yeah, Means just the first 90 minutes. To win, it's Brazil minus 175, Argentina plus 135.
I think I'd take that for
Brazil
Argentina.
about 80% there. Yeah,
I'd take Argentina. I think that I like the value there. I like the value there. So that's all we're going, and that's all we're going to say about that.
Because we haven't paid as much attention to that one as we have the Euro.
England takes on Italy on Sunday, and
hashtag it's coming home.
It's coming home. I was gonna play the song, but I was worried about the issue of copyright infringement.
We don't have to worry about that now.
Don't have to worry about that now, do I? But they have not. The thing is, England has not won a major tournament since 1966.
66. They were in the semis of the World Cup in 96.
Yeah, I believe that's as far as
and lost to Germany.
Yeah, I believe that was on penalty kicks, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So
penalty kicks or extra time late or something like that. It was
golden goal.
I know it was one of those heartbreaking things.
Italy went over 1,000 minutes without letting anybody score. And England didn't let anybody score in this tournament until Denmark had a free kick from about 18, 19 yards and kicked it in. That was a nice kick. That was a really nice kick that Denmark scored on
over the wall
in the semifinal.
And under the bar, basically.
Yeah, it was very impressive. But that's the only point they have, or the only goal they have given up.
Let's see, England equalized on an own goal, kind of, and they were. That was one of those own goals where you can't really blame the defender, because if he doesn't do that, then Sterling just tips it in anyway.
Yeah, that was going to be a goal.
And then took the lead in there in extra time on the penalty kick from Kane.
Did you think the penalty was questionable?
I think if that game is not in England and or in front of these 60,000 home fans at a soccer match for the first time in forever, or at least an international one, that probably doesn't get called.
Well,
it was very.
I think both teams would have had a beef.
Yeah,
I think both teams would have had.
And Sterling's known as a flopper. I mean, I've not liked him since he left Liverpool because of the way he left. I could see why they called it. I wouldn't have.
He was running toward the goal, just very close to the goal, and he had the second guy not touched him. I think they might not have called it, because the first guy trying to make the tackle and knock the ball away, he didn't touch him. That was very impressive.
And Sterling was already flopping from that non-touch.
He was already on the way down, and then the other guy touched him, and that's when they called the penalty, and they had the penalty kick, and that's the wild thing. Kane missed the kick.
Got the rebound.
The goalie bumped it right back to him. Okay, so we have established both these two teams play defense. Who's going to win? Why should people watch this if it's just going to be people running around, nobody scoring?
The score is not indicative of the pace and the action. And I sat in a bar yesterday and watched it. There was me and one other soccer fan in that bar. We had the whole bar watching and paying attention because it was actually fun in a 2-1 game, which is high scoring for soccer, kind of. But I mean, most over-unders are 2.5 anyway.
Yeah,
they got into it. So I mean, everyone sees low scores and thinks no action, but that's not true.
That isn't true, especially yesterday. I mean, it was the second half. It was very tense. The second half of that game was tension filled, especially coming since Great Britain fell behind in the first half.
Right.
It was 1-1.
Only took them 10 minutes to equalize, though.
Yeah. Well, that's when England, really turned up the heat. They put the pressure on. Second half was pressure both ways, and all right, we got to bet. We're going to have to make.
Yeah, we have to pick, because it is a 50-50 game.
By the way, I do have the picks that Jamie and I made at the start. This was at the start of the rounds of 16. Jamie, we each got two teams correct into the Final Four. I got one team correct into the finals. Jamie got one team correct into the final. He had England versus Denmark in the Final Four. Okay. I had Netherlands against England. I had Netherlands beating England. He had England beating Denmark and England beating France for the championship.
See, before this started, France was my pick. France and Spain.
Going into the round of 16, I repicked. I had Italy defeating the Netherlands. I will retain that pick.
Sticking with Italy, huh?
Italy's going to beat England on Sunday. What about you?
Which one fought on the good side in World War II?
England.
Almost forgiven then for the whole taxation without representation thing. Yeah, give me England.
He's taking England. I'm going to
shirts on order. I'm hoping it arrives tomorrow.
He's taking England. I'm going to take, like I said, I'm going to take Italy. It should be a dandy. Who'd you take, Brazil or Argentina?
I took Brazil
in the Copa. Yeah. You're taking Brazil. I'm taking Argentina. We are split both ways.
As opposed to last week, I think we made all the same picks.
And we look where that got us.
Although I did change one of them before the match started because I forgot about the injuries. And I won money.
That's fun. We'll be right back on Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. We're going to talk some baseball back in a sec.
Does your home show signs of foundation problems? Call the experts at Woods Basement Systems. Our Power Brace system can fix the problem permanently and help protect the value of your home. Call Woods Basement Systems today. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Mold, rank air, pests, all getting closer to inside your home. With a dirt crawl space, there's no telling what's below you.
A sealed crawl space locks the nasty stuff out, plus can lower your utility bills. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Scheid Diesel Service Company is your anything diesel full-service center and fuel injection shop. Scheid Diesel offers the quickest turnaround times to get you back on the road. Scheid Diesel can service any diesel engine from agricultural, construction, heavy-duty truck, and automotive. Let Scheid rebuild your pump, injectors, or turbos. Need custom fuel lines? Scheid has you covered. With a drive-in service, they offer a variety of services, including oil changes, engine rebuilds, DOT inspections, and DPF cleanings. For unmatched quality, think Scheid Diesel Service Company. Anything diesel. Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Le Mans always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at lemansonline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Get ahead of the game at Carter Athletic Academy, where the goal is to transform you into the best young athlete you can be. Train for top performance in football, volleyball, soccer, baseball, and softball. Professional private lessons and clinics are always available with Carter Athletic Academy's expert training staff. Carter's exclusive Hit Track system brings skill development as well as exciting gameplay to batting cages. Plus, the Academy is the perfect spot for your special event or celebration. The Carter Athletic Academy in Fairfield. Morning, folks. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Brian Turner is here. We're talking about all kinds of sports. I know the answer, and it's probably going to be an easy, quick question. Neither of us were surprised that Tampa Bay won the Stanley Cup last night.
No, the more surprising part was the Canadians getting there.
Yeah.
Although looking back, them having that much rest before that semifinal series probably wasn't more of an advantage than we were giving them credit for. But no, Tampa was easily the best team in that.
Tampa was easily the best team. The players were not probably the best winners when it comes to sportsmanship. But
they're hockey players.
They are hockey players. They're not. They're all not trying to win the Lady Byng Trophy.
You win back to back, you get away with doing some things.
You win back to back, you do get
And apparently, right now, Tampa's title town.
Tampa has won the last two championships, actually, and then they made it to the World Series.
They were in the World Series. They won the NFL. They won hockey.
Won hockey before that.
Yeah, two-time hockey.
And they're the top bet now for the for football again, aren't they? Is Kansas City the top bet?
It's those two. I'd have to look at the. actual odds. But yeah, I mean, they're if not the favorite, they're one of
the preseason favorite, and it's a Titletown, USA moves south.
Just glad they don't have basketball.
The Orlando Magic would beg to differ.
I think most Orlando people would tell you they're not Tampa, and most Tampa people would tell you they're not Orlando.
I don't know. I don't pay any attention to the Florida people. You know that. So yeah,
congrats. You keep reading headlines about them. Florida man.
Yeah, that's all you see. And also, congratulations to Pat Maroon. That's fun. He won his third cup in a row. So one with the Blues and the last two with Tampa. NBA. The going into Game 2 is on Thursday night. We're shooting this Thursday afternoon. Sorry, the Bucks really weren't in it very much on Tuesday
and that
night.
Was after they got Giannis back. Just before pregame, they announced he was going to play.
What'd that do to the numbers?
Actually moved a point and a half.
Did it really?
Yeah, and Giannis physically looked fine, and his numbers were okay. He wasn't super aggressive offensively, so I think he'll be more of a mental bounce back for Game 2 for him, because physically he looked fine, especially the block he made, trailing the breakaway and pinning against the backboard. Like, okay, that guy's fine.
It looked like, to tell you the truth, watching it, it looked like the Suns they had an extra gear maybe that Milwaukee didn't have and were going to have. Now, granted, the Suns also put away the Clippers a few days before Milwaukee beat Atlanta.
Yeah. And also, they were able to expose the pick-and-roll game with Milwaukee doing some switching on it, and they were able to get some mismatches. I think Milwaukee's going to adjust and not do those switches.
That's the other thing.
Forward. That's
the other thing. They had the pick-and-roll game going, made Ayton look good, but they also were giving up open mid-range jumpers to maybe the best mid-range jumping team. A mid-range jump shooting team in the NBA.
First half, they were switching every pick play, and they were getting the mismatches. Second half, they were kind of dropping off underneath, and that's when they started knocking down those mid-range jumpers. I think they're going to
have to figure something out.
I think the adjustment is you don't switch, but you also don't do that drop off into the lane. You got to stay aggressive coming over the top of it.
Devin Booker and Chris Paul just ate them up in the second half.
Ayton had 19 rebounds.
Yeah, Ayton had he's 21 points, 19 rebounds. Yeah. Would have been like the fourth time that's happened or something.
Well, I think there was a late one where they were the only two under the basket, and Paul took the rebound instead of Ayton.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, they probably didn't know. Paul might have known.
Ayton's talked about Paul being a great mentor, and like he's. I've heard him talk. Chris Paul's talked to me in ways other human beings have never done, and it was good for me, and I needed to hear it.
Well, good. So, do you like the Suns the rest of the way, or are they going to beat my Bucks? I mean, I'm a Buck guy here.
Yeah, I forgot you were.
I've been a Buck guy I was a Buck guy from the start of the playoffs.
I bet the Suns before the season or the series at -177, so that's looking good right now.
Well,
that being said, they always say
I'm surprised it was that high.
Yeah, it's -177. It's up to -300 after taking Game 1, which I think is a little bit of an overcorrection, because they always say in the NBA, a playoff series doesn't start until someone wins on the road.
Right. Bucks have their chance tonight. They may. It depends. I'm like you. I think it's just going to depend on the adjustments. And Budenholzer gets a lot of grief in the.
He's not a guy known for adjustments, but the ones that they didn't, or I think the ones they had trouble with, were obvious enough that even he can figure those out. If I'm figuring it out, he can.
Even he can. We got baseball coming up. Back in a sec. Stick around. Having car trouble, need a tow, or just some routine maintenance? Butcher Automotive in Louisville has you covered. Locally owned and operated, Butcher Automotive offers complete vehicle repair services along with tire sales and wheel alignment. They're your local Hankook tire and interstate battery dealer. Butcher Automotive offers free local pickup and delivery so your car can be repaired while you're at work or at home. Butcher strives to treat everyone's vehicle as their own. At Butcher Automotive, they don't want you to give them your business, they want to earn it.
Does your home show signs of foundation problems? Call the experts at Woods Basement Systems. Our Power Brace system can fix the problem permanently and help protect the value of your home. Call Woods Basement Systems today. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Mold, rank air, pests, all getting closer to inside your home. With a dirt crawl space, there's no telling what's below you.
A sealed crawl space locks the nasty stuff out, plus can lower your utility bills. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Residents of the Clay County and surrounding area have relied on Clay County State Bank for sound professional service for over 100 years. With convenient lobby and drive-up hours, we are ready to serve you Monday through Saturday. We appreciate all who bank with us, and we look forward to the opportunity of working with anyone who is looking for a community bank to help with their financial needs. Give us a call at 665-3314, visit us online, or stop by and see us on the square in Louisville to experience our friendly personal service.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont's always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
I thought I'd lost my business in that fire, but my agent was there before the flames were out. He said, together, we're going to rebuild. Our employees depended on it. My independent agent and auto owners made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there. Auto Owners Insurance. North Wayne Insurance Agency in Flora is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How well done? Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. I am Bruce Dickey. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Brian Turner is here. We are talking about sports, baseball and such. And there it goes. Why my device?
You're just having one of those days.
I told you everything was going to go wrong today. We're going to get through it, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be fine.
I was a little offended he said that as soon as I walked in. But
everything went right. Everything has gone right for you. He avoided the construction. Unbelievable. I was 10 hours.
Yeah, I actually did take off a little late today.
I was 10 or 15 minutes late for work this morning because I hit the construction on the way up. So what do you know? Well, you're just living the charmed life. God bless you.
Have been for years.
I'm with you. I'm all right. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
What up, sir?
You wonder. That's exactly right. He just a shout out to his lovely wife. The home run derby at the All-Star game has started out as a, what do you call it? Not a fluke, but
my first exposure to him wasn't really the live ones. It was the TV show that ESPN
from 1960.
Yeah.
Yeah, from 1960, which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and when one guy versus another guy.
And all those guys.
And over the years, the home run derby, the ESPN brought it back to the major leagues about in the mid-'90s or something like that. And it has grown. It gets more and more people every year, especially nowadays that Chris Berman isn't doing it anymore. That helps.
Yeah, he almost ruined it for me. In fact, I quit watching for a long time. Anymore, I just consumed the video the next day.
They've worked on the gameplay of it, so that
I will say the format is better.
The format is, here's what the format looks like, ladies and gentlemen, of the home run derby. They've seeded it, and so it's really not just American leaguers versus national leaguers, although that's kind of how that works out this year. But Shohei Ohtani, the number one seed, he's got 32 home runs. He'll go up against the Washington Nationals' Juan Soto. You don't typically see catchers in the home run derby, but Salvador Perez versus Pete Alonso, with the Kansas City catcher versus the Mets first baseman. Joey Gallo taking on he's from the Rangers. He'll take on the Rockies. The hometown boy, Trevor Story. And then you finally have Matt Olson versus Matt Olson is your boy.
My boy.
Your boy, the Oakland Athletics first baseman, taking on a Baltimore Oriole. How about that? The Orioles get a the Orioles get to participate in All-Star Weekend. Isn't that fun?
Hey, they still have the All-Star role where every team has to have one, so they've got at least one All-Star there.
Well, now that's true. That is true.
Was he the one they did the goof video where they called him in and told him he was getting sit down for. Or was that someone else that was the Marlins guy?
Yeah, it was the guy on the Marlins or something like that.
Which actually just shows you how incredibly easy it is to manipulate contracts for their own greed. But
they brought him in, said it was in front of everybody.
Yeah, gonna send him down for service time issues and then so they could pay him less.
Then they signed him an extension or something, right?
Yeah. Then they announced he made the All-Star team and all.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah. That's what it was. All right, so you look at that list. Who do you think? What's the story here? Who do you think? You got to figure the way Ohtani's swinging a bat. But
he's the betting favorite.
Is he the betting favorite?
He's plus 400.
Boy, I tell you what, I love Juan Soto. I would not be looking forward if I'm Shohei Ohtani. If that is a great matchup because Juan Soto, he's just young enough, and that he just doesn't care. And he's got a World Series ring in his pocket. He doesn't care about any of this stuff. How about you?
I'm going to go with my boy Matty Olson.
You're taking the Oakland. Now I'm just we're not taking all the way through.
Oh, is that not what you wanted to do here?
Well, I guess we can.
I'm going to take Ohtani. He hits it. It stays hit.
Ohtani versus Soto.
Ohtani Soto.
Okay, I'm going to take Alonso versus Perez.
Alonso's got the experience here. He had that run. Was that last
Alonso
or 2
won
years
last
ago?
Year. The last time they had the All-Star game 2 years ago. Gallo versus Story. Story at home. You got to take the home boy, right?
I'll take Gallo.
Are you taking Gallo?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to take Story at home. And then Olsen versus Mancini. You're clearly taking Olsen. I'll go ahead and take him too. Olsen, he really makes the ball feel like it look like it feels like it's hurt.
And he had a nice little run. He's cooled off here the last couple of weeks, but at one point he was leading the AL in homers, and then that was before Vlad had caught him, and then Ohtani's taken off since.
So I had Soto beating Ohtani.
Yes, you did.
All right, so I've got Soto versus Alonso. I'm gonna take Soto. I'm gonna go ahead and take Soto through to the championship, and then on the other side I'll have Olsen defeating Story. So I'm gonna have Soto versus Olsen, and I'm gonna have Soto winning.
I'm gonna take Alonso over Ohtani.
Okay.
And I got Olsen over Gallo, and then Olsen to win it.
Olsen over Ohtani.
Alonso.
Okay. I tell you what, that's the fun, the wild thing. This is just an exhibition, but you can bet on it.
Oh yeah, like I said, Ohtani's plus 400, Gallo's 450, Alonso 525, all the way down to Mancini's the underdog at plus 1,000.
I tell you what, we're going to take a quick break. Then we'll talk about regular baseball. All-Star break is coming up, and that's when a lot of folks take heavy stock in their team, try to figure out what's going on. We'll talk about that. We're also going to talk a little bit, mention the other exhibition that I think I'm already tired of, the golfing thing. However, there was one really cool thing about that golf.
Yeah, I didn't really pay attention. It was on. I didn't care who won. In fact, I didn't know who won until 2 days later.
We'll be back here in just a sec on Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Back in a sec.
Make Carnaby Square in downtown Fairfield your fashion leader. We're the little boutique with the big inventory of beautiful, trendy outfits and clothing in a wide array of your favorite name brands. And don't forget our large selection of jewelry and accessories. Carnaby Square is Southern Illinois' largest dealer of Brighton. At Carnaby Square, we take pride in our one-on-one, knowledgeable customer service and look forward to helping you create your own special look. Plus, always free gift wrapping. Find endless gift ideas 24/7 at CarnabySquare.com and on our Facebook page. Shop the fashion leader in downtown Fairfield, Carnaby Square.
When it comes to your banking, you have as many options as colors in the crayon box. That's why you can bank your way at Teutopolis State Bank. What works best for you may be different from what works best for your neighbor. Teutopolis State Bank is built to serve all your banking needs, whether it's online banking, mobile check deposit, text banking, or just stopping in to see them at one of their 3 convenient locations. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender, it's Teutopolis State Bank. Banking made personal since 1913.
Napa know-how.
At Flora Auto Parts, you can count on the Napa know-how experts to have the solutions to keep you running on the road or in the field. More than just your car, your locally owned Napa store carries a large inventory of parts for farms, heavy trucks, and just about everything that moves. Experienced counter people understand your needs and are ready to help with the perfect part at a great value. That's Napa know-how at Flora Auto Parts.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Le Mans always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at lemansonline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
In 1916, Warren Miller chose Auto Owners Insurance. Later, his son made the same choice, as did his grandson. And today, his great-granddaughter did the same. As we reflect on where we've been, we're grateful to our independent agents and to those who have put their trust in us, and to the generations who will. Auto Owners Insurance.
Harrison Insurance in Louisville is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Does your home show signs of foundation problems? Call the experts at Woods Basement Systems. Our Power Brace system can fix the problem permanently and help protect the value of your home. Call Woods Basement Systems today. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Mold, rank air, pests, all getting closer to inside your home. With a dirt crawl space, there's no telling what's below you.
A sealed crawl space locks the nasty stuff out, plus can lower your utility bills. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Cats TV. You like that question?
Yeah.
we'll just see. And I'm here with Brian Turner, and we are talking about baseball now. I tell you what, Brian, it's, of course, summertime's my favorite time of the year anyway, but All-Star weekend, or the All-Star game, the All-Star 3 days off is one of my less favorites. I don't like it at all.
It's the nadir of the summer sports season.
It really is.
Especially for gamblers, because you're through the NBA finals, you're through the hockey finals.
Typically.
Football hasn't started yet. And in fact, I want to say it was the day after the All-Star game for years was like the only day without a major sporting event.
Actually, I'm not sure how this year they'll have an NBA finals game on that Wednesday, right? Because the All-Star game's on Tuesday. They would typically have an NBA finals game on that Tuesday after the Sunday game, but surely they're not planning a NBA finals game.
I haven't looked that far
against
ahead.
The All-Star game.
This is kind of the waning sports season where you have several weeks where it is pretty much just baseball,
which I like. I don't like the Monday and the Wednesday and the Thursday without baseball. That's what bugs me, because there is no other sport going. Now, granted, this year it's a little bit different, but the troubling part, we'll show you the stats there, the standings. There are no really good races to look at. Now, Tampa's close, and they went to the World Series last year, but boy, the White Sox have. Well, I was going to say the White Sox have put away Cleveland, but Cleveland's done that to themselves.
11 in a row.
Yeah, they were 42-31. They've lost 11 in a row. They're at 500 right now, and they are not playing good baseball. And I saw those. I was there. I saw them play in person about 3 weeks ago. And yeah, they did not look like a team that should be anywhere. I said to my host, I said, "Hey man, how in the heck are you guys 8 games over 500? This doesn't make sense." And they are no longer there. Tampa, they've got what's the Tampa number to catch Boston?
I say, looking at the odds, that is the only one. That's the closest division race. Red Sox are minus 155. Tampa's plus 250, and that's the only close odds, Vegas odds on division winners.
I'm surprised that Houston has surged past Oakland that much, but Oakland is kind of they jumped out to 10 games over 500, and they've been playing about 500 baseball.
And that was after they started with an 0-7 start.
Yeah, but then they jumped out and they've been playing outstanding baseball, but now they've kind of fallen back.
They were winning a lot of close games. They were 10 games over 500 with like a +2 run differential, which is ridiculous and not sustainable, and we've seen that now. Like I said, that was about the time I bet the Astros, and I'm an A's fan.
Yeah, and you got the Astros at a good time.
-109, and they're -650 now.
Yeah, that's congratulations on that.
I mean, there's still a lot of season left, but hey, I've got closing line value at least.
Yeah, that's for sure. Then you take a look here at the National League. The Mets are 4 up. Now, granted, Mets have had some COVID games washed out, so they've only played 83 games, and everybody else has played 85 or 86 in their division. So they've got 3 games in hand that you never know they could win, you never know they could lose. Mets, though, they might have the pitching to hold on to that, don't you think?
If they stay healthy, yeah, they do. And everyone's kind of looking at the Nationals. I know they were 12-1 to win that division not too long ago. But I think that number's come down not because they've caught up any, but because everyone remembers last year when they had that late season run to get it to catch was it the Mets or the Braves last year?
That's 2 years ago.
Or 2 years ago, yeah, sorry, last full season.
Yeah, whenever they were 19 and 31, they were 12 games under 500 and then finished out the year at like 20 games over 500.
I think people forget that how they went 2 years ago was not predictive of this year. But they see the history.
That makes a point, though, Brian, in that the minds of those of us who do pay attention to such things, you kind of have to throw last year away because it was only 60 games. You can't throw it away, though. Your brain tells you to because it's only 60 games, but.
You know me, I'm a sample size guy, so that it factors into the sample size, but you have to properly weight it. You can't throw it out or put everything on it. You just properly weight it.
This is not the same Washington Nationals team from 2019.
No.
They've got basically the same pitching staff, except the pitchers are all 2 years older and have missed many weeks and months. And
Schwarber's been fun to watch, but you don't know how long he can sustain because he tends to not.
And he got hurt. He got hurt this week, so he'll be out for a while. And actually, the Nationals fans were wondering where this Kyle Schwarber was for the first 2.5 months of the season. And then all of a sudden, around June 10th, he wakes up, and he goes on a tear to get him up among the league leaders in home runs. And now he's hurt himself, so who knows what they'll see out there.
I'm still upset with him for losing all that weight.
That might have affected his power.
Had to kick him out of the Beef Boy Club.
Doty's Brewers 6 games up on Cincinnati, and 8.5 on the Cubs, 9 on the Cardinals. Now this is prior to Thursday night's Cubs-Phillies game. What's the chance of the? It's
Brewers
like
are now the biggest favorite to win the division in the NL at -550.
Are they really?
Yeah, that's more than the Mets. That's more than the Dodgers.
Dodgers are still favored to win, huh?
Dodgers are -280.
Okay. Even though they're behind San Francisco.
Yeah.
That's basically, that San Francisco versus the Dodgers is basically the single best. That might be the best
the Red
race
Sox,
to watch.
Rays, I mean,
yeah. Well,
the Dodgers are the only team not currently in first that are favored to win their division.
Looking at this right now, the Dodgers and San Diego Padres would be the wild card teams. Milwaukee and the Mets would be the other teams to get in, along with the Giants. Watching the Giants play the Cardinals this week, I don't get a chance to watch the Giants play too much. Do the Giants have a chance to hold off the Dodgers? Dodgers are still beat up, but they're still winning.
I think so. I mean, yeah, the Dodgers have had a ton of injuries, especially Bellinger and Seager again, which they had, 3 years ago when they lost both of them.
Yeah.
I know that because they're both on my dynasty team.
Yeah.
First two picks, actually.
They still made the World Series 3 years ago.
The Giants, though, I mean, I say the Padres are actually second favorite in that division, but I kind of like the Giants to stick around this year. I don't know if they can pull it off, but I like them to hang around throughout most of the year. At least challenge.
And they've got a nice start. They've got. I mean, you're looking at a team going into the All-Star break with 56 wins or whatever they're going to have. They're 54-32 with 3 games to go before the All-Star break. That's with Yeah, that's a pretty good first half. 22 games over 500.
I mean, they're a 90-win team at minimum, I think.
All right, let's talk about the National League Central. Oh, I've been avoiding it like the plague.
There's always Pittsburgh.
There's always Pittsburgh. Thank you, Pittsburgh. The Cubs and the Cardinals going into a series this weekend. The Cubs might be a game up on the Cardinals. They might be tied going into this 3-game series this weekend, as the records they'll play the same number of games after today.
I say neither one of them are good. Do not go to that game Sunday in St. Louis.
It's in Chicago.
Or Chicago. Sorry, the Cubs Cardinals. Do not go out to the bars in St. Louis to watch that. I don't want to fight the crowd to watch the soccer match.
Nobody is good. I got to tell you,
It's still Cubs Cardinals.
I know it. I've been to Busch Stadium for a Cubs Cardinals series this year. Cardinals aren't as tough a ticket as they've always been.
They're still going to say they got 40,000. That's what they do. Doesn't matter if there's 12,000 there. They had 40,000.
Well, that means tickets sold. And I don't think they're selling that many tickets.
I still wish we'd go back to turnstile attendance.
I still don't think they're selling that many tickets, though.
Yeah.
I mean, that's but okay, so Cardinals just lost another pitcher this week. But I got to tell you, being a fan, Carlos Martinez right now is just about addition by subtraction.
He can be a frustrating watch. I root for him because he drives Cardinal fans nuts.
He does do that. But he,
that's why Matty Carpenter is my favorite Cardinal.
Folks would say that he had it turned around. Bruce, he had it turned around.
He had that one good game.
He had 2 good games.
Okay.
And that was it. He had 2 good games, but they were his 2 most recent. So he turned it around, and then he broke his. All right, that brings up another question about the DH. Will we at least have it in 2023 whenever the teams play again, since they're striking next year?
Yeah. We need DH in both leagues. We proved that last year. I'm getting tired of watching 110 hitters about all year.
All right. Let's pick one more series. We got the Cardinals-Cubs this weekend. It's Hendricks versus Kim's on Saturday. Wainwright's on Sunday, I think, or there might be the other way around. And who wins this series? Best 2 out of 3. And give me reasons.
The Cubs, just the troll Cardinal fans.
You're such a jerk. It's unbelievable the level of jerkiness.
You know you set me up for that, knowing exactly what I was going to say.
What a troll. Unbelievable how big
That's
a troll.
His shocked face.
Hey, man, I'm a professional actor. Oh. All right. I'm going to go Cardinals. I'm going to say the Cardinals
You
win.
weren't taking the Cubs.
There's no way.
That's less shocking than me taking the Cubs.
There is no way I would ever take the Cubs to win a series against the Cardinals. It could be Fergie Jenkins along with Rick. What's his name? Rick Sutcliffe and
some Maddox guy.
And some Maddox guy pitching against Mike Maroff, Sidney Ponson, and Anthony Reyes. And I'm still taking the Cardinals.
I was waiting for Ray King.
Ray King not started. Ray King's not a starter.
Hey,
Todd.
It's 2021. You can have openers now.
Todd Third Degree Burns could be pitching. I'm still taking the Cardinals. Cardinals going to beat the Cubs this weekend. Who's kidding who? And I've got friends going on Saturday.
Just stay out of the bars on Sunday.
I've got friends going to be in Chicago in the rooftop on Saturday. So that ought to be fun. Last thing we're going to talk about, actually I meant to talk about it earlier, the big exhibition, the golf this week. Well,
barely paid attention
to it, but when you had it on, what was your favorite part?
The scenery.
It was gorgeous. When are they going to play a major championship in Montana?
That'd be fun to watch. I would watch that before I'd watch another one of these matches.
That was beautiful. And it was like a 7,700-yard course. It's perfect setup for.
So if you're going to do another one, make it a 3-team one: Maddox, Glavine, Smoltz. I don't care how old they are.
You don't care who they play against.
Watching those 3 rib on each other could be fun.
That would be a pretty doggone good time. I just say, get a major in Montana. Get a golf tournament in Montana. That's the thing. There's no golf tournaments out there. That was gorgeous.
777-yard hole.
Do it again. Hey, Weeze, thank you so much. Have a great weekend.
You're welcome, Bruce.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, have a great weekend. We'll see y'all next week on Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. See ya.